Hi everyone, this is Anindita and this video is about the various Reiki symbols. That is another thing that a lot of people ask me questions about the Reiki symbols and what they mean and things like that. So this video I have decided to make keeping in mind the various questions that people usually ask me about Reiki symbols. So if you Google these days, if everything is literally available on Google, on internet. So the world is available on your fingertips, literally. But there was a time when Reiki symbols were not so easily available. They were not printed. They were considered to be sacred and secret. One of the reasons I believe they were considered to be secret is because every time you say something is secret, then it kind of increases its market value, so to speak. So declaring something to be secret is like a very good way of marketing that thing and creating curiosity amongst the mind of people. And of course, they are definitely sacred. They are sacred till date. But for me, I frankly don't see any reason why they should be kept secret from the masses. Back in old times, only the privileged few were considered to be, allowed to use Reiki symbols, and not everybody, not laymen, not common men, were allowed to look at the Reiki symbols. So in fact, the way it was taught in olden days was just by memory. So your teacher would draw the symbols, would show you how to draw them, and you would memorize it, and then you would tear away the piece of paper, and you would never ever keep them, drawn, available for anybody else to look at it. However, that is not so anymore. So you can read any Reiki book online or from a library, or even just Google Reiki symbols, and there will be tons or dozens of Reiki symbols available online. Now, the thing with Reiki symbols is uh, these days there are so many different Reiki branches. Originally, Reiki was discovered by Mikao Usui. So Usui Reiki, you can say, is the oldest form of Reiki. But later on, as people introduced their own symbols into Reiki, they later on started forming different branches of Reiki. Like now today, there is self-love Reiki, Celtic wisdom Reiki, Atlantic Reiki. It's a long list of various Reiki modalities, Karuna Reiki, and every Reiki modality have their own symbols. The thing to remember is this, that you can always come up with your own symbols by just meditating upon it. And it is really your intention behind the symbols that makes the symbols work. So the symbols by themselves don't really have a power of their own. The symbols are like a tool. In our daily lives, we use so many different tools. Our mobile phone is a tool. Our car is also a tool. We use toaster, microwave, fridge, so many different kind of tools that make our lives easier. The Reiki symbols are pretty much the same thing. They are meant to make your life easier. They are like a shortcut for your intention. So every time you draw the Reiki symbol, it's like invoking the energy or the intention associated with that particular symbol. But nevertheless, they are just tools which are used to make your life easier. They are not something without which you cannot go without. It is really your own intention that energizes the symbols, so to speak. So even if you don't use any Reiki symbols, that's absolutely fine. You can still go ahead and do Reiki healing sessions without using a single healing symbol. And that is true even for distant healing as well. You can very much do a distant healing session even without using any symbols. But if you're drawn to use symbols, then go ahead and use them. On the other hand, there are some people who are not drawn to use symbols, who feel they are very complicated, they distract them. In that case, I, I always suggest not to use symbols, because the whole idea of using symbols is to keep your intention focused on the healing session, not to get you distracted. Because if you are getting distracted, then the whole point of the healing session, the whole point of you being totally there, grounded and centered and physically present, not just physically present, but present uh, as a totality, emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually, really be there for the person during the healing session. That whole point is lost if you are getting too involved in the nitty-gritties of drawing the symbol perfectly. So the symbols really are just tools, and it is really your intention that energizes them.